Couldn't be much better in here. We got Braylon Mullins, one of the fastest rising recruits in college or high school basketball, however you want to look at it, in the upcoming class. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I mean, just honestly, just woke up. Heard I got to get on this show, so I'm here.
And we appreciate you. It's been a busy week. Yeah, you guys had the junior all stars playing the seniors, but you also played Kentucky, and Trent Sisley was on with us earlier this week, and I asked him which was a more important game for you, playing against Kentucky or playing against the seniors. I'll ask you the same thing.
Honestly, I think the most important game was the senior game. I felt like it was just more. I feel like since there was more of a crowd, I feel like it was more of a big of a deal in such a way. But no, it's just fun playing against the guys that are older than us. I mean, they're all gonna go on be successful. But yeah, it was fun. I mean, the Kentucky All Star, I know that's a big game too, especially for next year. So man, both games were fun, but I definitely had fun on Wednesday night. I mean, even though we lost, but it was definitely fun.
Absolutely. Well, and Trent picked the same thing. He said the same thing, basically,
Yeah,
almost exactly that you did. And I understand why, because those are guys that you see during the high
yeah.
school season. And so it's another shot of those. And it's something else I've thought of. Like right now, though, you're playing with a lot of guys, or even in that junior senior game, that the next time you see them or play against them will be in college.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, it was like a last go around kind of deal. I mean, I felt like I played a lot of those guys in AAU and high school season, but I mean now they're all going to college. Hopefully sometime soon.
Uh, been a big summer for you with Indiana Elite. Those guys, you're undefeated. You talked to Trent about this as well. You've been through a gauntlet of schedule. You guys have been down to Alabama, down to Texas, playing teams from all over this entire summer. But yet you guys are unbeaten before you'll be heading out to Rock Hill, South Carolina next month to play for the championship, which
Yeah.
is cool. And the thought of being able to complete that undefeated summer AAU session and bring a championship, that's got to be a very enticing thing in the back of your mind.
Yeah, I mean, the last 2 years that we've been playing in those Rock Hill tournaments, I mean, we've come up connection got on with me. Am I good now?
Yes, sir. Fire away, brother. I forget where we were, but yeah.
Uh,
So now coming up, oh yeah, I was talking about going down to Rock Hill and playing for the championship. How important is it to you guys to finish this off and go win a championship with an undefeated team?
no, it'll definitely be special. I mean, we have that good group, and I feel like everybody knows their role. And I mean, we're solid 8 deep. I mean, we go into every game. It's kind of like an underdog kind of statement, and everybody knows that we're 13-0 in the session. So it's like we have a big target on our back. So we have to play to the best of our ability every single game. And I feel like if we do that, we can win any game. So I mean, I'm gonna have fun next month, and I hopefully we win it all.
Yeah, and something I talk about that team all the time is, and you just mentioned someone everyone knows their own role. You have that team has a player that fits every role, and they're all different.
Yeah.
Um, and to me, it starts with Mark Zachary, the addition of him. He's a little pit bull, bulldog, great point guard that I predict will be playing at Notre Dame as well as playing football up there. That he's going to slide over and play for Micah Shrewsbury. But then you've got yourself at shooting guard, and you've just your season, your summer has just took off like a rocket. Trent, of course, he has had a tremendous summer at the wing spot. Desmond Briscoe, who is just a big old, he's a load, man. And of
Hmm.
course, Malachi Moreno, who is he cleans the glass, he does a lot of different things, but everybody has a different role, and you guys all play them very well.
Yeah, no, you definitely got that spot on. It's like we all know that starting five. We have a good group of five, and I mean, it's like and then we rotate our bench guys, and they also know what they're about. I mean, Luke, he's the backup point guard. Sometimes he starts, and then McGuire, he's like our glue guy. I mean, he's like in for defense. He's in for about anything. And then Kellen's our backup big for Dez and Malachi. So I mean, we have solid 8. So it's definitely been fun.
Yeah, and a great coach and Michael Fox. Mike Fox, who runs that program extraordinarily well. It has forever. There's a reason why that they're successful. He kind of has an idea of what he's doing, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. I mean, he's been doing it forever, and I mean, I think this maybe he's coming close on the end because he's been coaching me since like 4th, 5th grade. And no, but I feel like since I've been playing with him so long, he knows everybody so well. And I mean, he runs some great plays. And I mean, I feel like everything works out.
You played on a very good high school team, but what's it like playing on a team like this? That when you go out, you truly expect to win. Not that you don't in high school, but I mean, from a dominant stance, you're undefeated through this circuit, which is not easy. Like I said, you faced a litany of teams from a ton of different places, and you guys have had a couple of close games, but you've had games where you've just destroyed teams as well. You won the last session you went to, the first game, you guys won by like 50. I think you had 100 points yourself or something like that.
Yeah, Texas was like, I felt like we had a good schedule at Texas. I mean, everybody in our the 4 games, I mean, they were top 5 in our pool. We were expecting some good games, and then we like started out that first game like 39-6, and I was like, it's like I don't know how we're doing this right now. So when we get playing our best basketball, it's hard to beat us. And I mean, I feel like even if we're in a slump, I mean, it's still like we're 2-3 points ahead of teams, and I mean, it's like there's always room to build a lead and just win games. So I mean, it's been different.
You guys, that puts a target on your back, but do you like that target?
I mean, I'm kind of used to it because I had that in my high school season because we were the last undefeated team going into the state tournament sectionals, and I feel like everybody was trying to beat us, knock us off. So I mean, it's kind of transitioned into AAU. So now I'm kind of used to it, and I feel like everybody wants to beat us, and it's fun. I mean, it gives you the competitiveness out of you, and just want to beat everybody.
You've had a great summer individually as well. Your recruiting has just skyrocketed. You were already being recruited highly by Indiana and teams like that. But it really took off with several high scoring games. Your 3-point shooting has really come around. Not that it wasn't there before, but just everything is just getting bigger and better. Has that been fun for you, or where's the point where you're like, oh man, I need a break from this?
No, it definitely got a little stressful after Texas. I mean, I was probably getting a phone call every other hour, but no, it's definitely it's slowed down. Yeah, it's slowed down a little bit. It's like I'm trying to find time for myself a little bit, but yeah, but no, I try to answer every phone call. I'm not leaving anybody out right now. I'm not shutting any doors. So I mean, every phone call I get, I'll accept it. Give a little phone call conversation to anybody. So I mean, no, but it was definitely stressful at first. I'm a little relieved it slowed down, but no, I'm excited. I'm excited for all the new coaches that recruit me.
And it's got to be exciting to be wanted by that many as well, to have them see you and reach out to you. Because growing up, I mean, whether in high school or junior high, whatever, I mean, I know you watch these teams on TV and you're like, oh my God, this coach is calling me. What is that like to have someone that you have seen on TV or you just know who they are because of all that? And then the next thing you know, you're talking to them on the phone or at one of the events.
I mean, yeah, some of them were unexpected. I mean, I think I got a call from Coach Hubert Davis like literally the day after the Texas. It was like that Monday, and I was like, it's like I've been watching UNC for a little bit too, and then I got a call from Dan Hurley, and that was a good conversation. But no, it's definitely a cool experience. I'm grateful for all of it, and I'm just trying to figure out what's best for me.
Speaking of Hurley, can you imagine, are you just having a conversation with Hurley and say, well, the guy that's the head coach of the Lakers, I was just talking to him the other day. That's gotta
bragging
be
rights.
Yeah, I mean, but just the reality of that is a year ago you were a lesser known high school player, not in the state, but those guys may not have known who you were then. I don't know if they did or not. But it's not the point that I'm making. It's just now you're sitting there talking to a potential new coach of the Lakers.
Yeah, no, that was insane. When I saw that on my phone the other day, I was like, I felt I just talked to him probably a week and a half ago. So I mean, I don't know what's going on with that situation. So I mean, I'm gonna keep it all rolling.
And as you should. Yesterday, I put out that Trent Sisley's recruiting dates have been set, visit dates. One of those with Indiana is on September 20th, that
Mm-hmm.
weekend. Same time as your recruiting visit, which you guys had talked about trying to work that in and make that happen. What is it about taking those visits with somebody that you know?
No, it's going with Malachi and Trent. It was small talk at the beginning of spring, and we kind of built it up. And I called Coach Walsh the other day saying that I wanted to set up a visit with them too, because I feel like it would be a big thing for all three of us going into IU, especially two of us being from Indiana. And so I mean, no, especially going with them that I know them. I've known both of them for a little bit, and no, I'm gonna have a fun time, and it's gonna be a fun time. Yeah.
What and what are when you go on an official visit? What are you looking for? I know there's fun. They make it fun for you. There a lot of cool stuff of seeing this and that, and meeting a lot of people. But what are you looking for on those visits?
I'm just looking forward to building my relationship with the coaches, the players, and the community. I feel like that the culture is. I like the culture piece. I mean, I tell that to every coach. I mean, my high school coach built our culture program from the base to where it is now. So it's. I definitely think that's the first one. Then I always like to talk about the opportunity to play, just how I fit into a program. So just going into IU and they show me clips about what I can do best, and I feel like those are the top two for me.
Yeah, and culture, of course. And by culture, is it just winning? Was it about the culture piece?
No, yeah, the winning. I just want to build something new. I mean, I know IU. I mean, it's been something. I mean, they're still winning, and I feel like if I can go into a program and change it, I feel like that's a big thing for any program. So, winning's definitely that, but just getting to know everybody. I feel like if you build good relationships with everybody, you'll have a better chance at winning.
Yeah, especially a school like Indiana, who, yes, those 5 national championship banners they have hanging is certainly screams of culture, but it's not been quite there where it was. But they're like the sleeping giant, just waiting to be reawoken. And how special if that's say you went to Indiana or you chose them and that happened on your watch. How special would that what would that mean to you personally?
I mean, being a kid from Indiana, just wearing an Indiana jersey, that would definitely be the most important part. Just especially being like an hour and a half from the campus and just getting everybody, all the family there, and to watch games. But no, it'd be something special to see an Indiana kid win something for his state.
How many games have you been able to go see at Simon Scott Assembly Hall?
I think I've been on like 5, 6 unofficial visits, and I did it like all before my season. I mean, I went to the Michigan State game. I think that was the only game at the end of the year I went to. But I think I went to the Marion Expedition game, and then I did like two unofficials before that weren't. No, it's been like 5 or 6 times. So I mean, it's going on a lot. I've been there a lot.
And the atmosphere, what did you take away from the atmosphere of those experiences?
I mean, I feel like everybody in that building loves basketball. They're all dialed into the game. There's so many fans. They're all love watching basketball, which is an Indiana thing. I feel like, and so I mean, it's different. It's different in Bloomington.
You mentioned Brian Walsh, one of Indiana's assistants, who you obviously talk to quite often. The staff, the relationship there. How has that grown for you?
I mean, Coach Walsh, he was one of the first Power Five coaches to ever recruit me, and it's been probably going on 2, 3 years now. And no, but he calls every once in a while. He's kind of slowed down too, just because he doesn't want to bore me out sometimes. I mean, he knows that I'm getting a lot of phone calls, but I always enjoy hearing what he has to say. I always love catching up on the phone with him. But no, he's been recruiting me hard ever since like before my junior year, and I mean it's gonna keep going. He said he was gonna ramp it up a little bit and see where I can fall at.
And the fact that he has the wherewithal to, to say what you just said, to say I'm going to back off a little bit, because that's something I've never heard, which is, I think, a great thing, a very smart thing to do. But the fact that he was one of the first, or was the first, and does that tell you that, hey man, they saw my talent before anybody else saw it, they trusted me before anybody else, and how important is that to you?
No, it's definitely important. I mean, since he's been recruiting me the longest, I've got to talk to him the longest. I got to build that relationship with him for the longest. So, I mean, I definitely know him the best out of most coaches, and I feel like that's a big thing for me because I want to build relationships with everybody.
And so does that mean you would be the most disappointed if you didn't go to where to play for him?
I don't know yet.
Oh, it's great. What are you looking for? You're heading off to the NBA Top 100 camp tomorrow, right?
Actually, I backed out of it because I told my dad I would have been playing 12 days straight, and I needed a break because it would have been too much for me. I'm on like day 3 right now, and I'm sore as ever, and I feel like I wouldn't have been able to keep up with everybody because I mean I'm coming fresh off that little back injury I had probably 3 months ago, and I just don't want to inflame it back up. So I told him I was not going.
See, that's a very smart thing to do as well. That's like one of those guys that, I'm not going to the NFL thing. You've seen me play. Uh, Everyone has gotten a lot of plenty of opportunities to see you play. And like I've mentioned, whether it's been with Indiana Elite, that's been going on since the spring. You guys have been going. Then the All-Star stuff came around, and you've had all of that going as well. Then you've got these visits set up. When will you have all of your? When will you plan to have all of your officials, or how many do you have set up?
I think I'm trying to set up 7 or 8 right now. I don't really have dates off the top of my head, but I know
Wow.
I'm trying to go into football games in October. I'm pretty sure I'm going to like Tennessee football game for my official. Then I'm going to IU on the 20th. I think the only set date I have is IU right now, but no, I'm trying to do UConn, Kansas, North Carolina for just basketball official visits. But then I'm trying to figure out what else I need to go to. But I think Purdue may be one, and I'm trying to set that official up too.
Well, we'll wait till those come out, and of course, hopefully, you'll get back to us on that and let us know when that happens. What are you looking forward to besides this the 3SSB thing coming up in July? When are you going to just try to take some time off, or is there that going to be a possibility?
Well, I mean, I have this June high school basketball stuff right now, so I'm going through that right now, and then I transition back into AAU, but it's less in July, and then August. I think I'm playing in a pro am again with Kyle Guy's thing in Noblesville. But no, after that, I think September, October, I get those like 2 months of breaks. So I'll probably just work out and everything. But no, I'm not playing during that time, so I'll get a little bit of downtime then.
Looking forward to that. What has been the funnest thing you've done so far this summer?
Wow, gotta go back. I mean, definitely. I mean, those 3SSB sessions are fun. I mean, just playing against the top of the top competition. But no, the junior all-star game was also very. It's an accomplishment, and I feel like that was a big thing for me and my community. Just especially seeing people from Greenfield show out into Kokomo. I mean, that was like an hour and a half drive, so it was definitely a cool experience to just see people watch. And I'm hoping to be back up there next year or wherever it's going to be next. Wherever it's going to be next, so it's gonna be fun.
Getting the taste that you got with the junior all stars this year, how special does that make looking forward to next year? Because of course you'll be a senior all-star, but that's the stage. And how forward are you looking to that of being on that senior all-star team? Where go back and do some research. Look at the guys that have played on that back. Larry Bird is you'll get more playing time in the All-Star game than Larry Bird did. I guarantee you that. He was not happy. He didn't get the playing time he wanted. But Oscar Robertson, some of the greatest names in the history of the game have been an Indiana All-Star. That's something that most of us don't get to put on the shelf.
No, yeah, I mean it's definitely a cool accomplishment. I mean, especially get to playing with some of them this year. I mean, it's kind of like a startup, and then building that chemistry up till next year. I mean, we really didn't get to practice for a junior all-star team, so we were playing just free and playing against those senior all-stars. They had plays and everything. So I feel like if we get a little bit of basic concept of basic plays, I feel like we'll be a tough team to beat next year.
And you're taking the visit to Indiana, you mentioned, with Trent and Malachi. What's it been like playing with those guys? Because I mentioned how you all you're all different and you perfectly fit your roles. That doesn't happen on teams very often. But it's just like this is like a hand in a glove. What's it been like playing with Trent and Malachi?
I mean, it's been a great experience. I mean, I've been playing with Malachi since like 8th grade. Trent just moved in from the Indy Heat team, so I mean, I thought it was gonna be something hard to start out with, but no. Trent, I mean, if you need a bucket, you can get the ball to Trent, me, or Malachi. So it's like we have all three of those scorers, and then Mark knows where to find people, and then Dez is also an underrated athlete, and he'll do the dirty work for you too down low. But no, it's been different, and I feel like Malachi having that 7 foot presence in the paint. I mean, it gets everybody's attention. So I feel like me and Trent get open off of that, and Trent knows how to run the floor, get open fast breaks, and then just me running around the 3 point line, going off plays. Coach Fox calls for me, so it's definitely fun. We all three know how to do different things.
And I've asked you this before at one of the AAU games, and I know that you've been asked and talked about this, and you are taking the visits together. How cool would it be for you to go to the same school in college and continue that fluid play that you guys seem to have? I mean, it definitely, you can tell that there's chemistry there, and so how cool would it be? And is there even a chance that is a likely possibility?
No, I feel like it's definitely a chance. I mean, we all three been talking about it. I mean, we all play well with each other, and I feel like if we can transition that into college, I mean, we can all three play at the same place. So, I mean, it's definitely something to bring up to the other two and see what they like and see what I like. So, I mean, no, it's definitely not ruled out.
That would just automatically almost be a number one recruiting class in the country. That's something else that would be amazing, I would think, to be a part of.
No, yeah, no, it would be something special, especially getting to play with those two again, and for another 4 years if that's what it has to come down to.
Skipping to something just totally off the beach here. I know you probably do not know who Patrick Swayze is.
I do
Your
not.
dad will know who he is. Your dad, Josh, and thank him for being helpful. But one of the listeners or viewers rather, said that you look like a young Patrick Swayze, and that's a compliment. Yeah, your dad will know exactly who Patrick Swayze is. So he's an actor. So you got that going for you. So whatever college you end up going, you'll go in looking like a young Patrick Swayze. So you got that going for you as well. What's the next thing you're just looking forward to doing after this, so where you can just chill? Where's your
Um,
what is your chill zone?
I mean, I try to get away from basketball. I mean, I try to go hang out with friends as much as possible, see where just to live my life normally as a kid. And I feel like that's something to do. But no, sometimes I'll just go into the gym by myself, throw in 2 AirPods, listen to music, just get away from all of it. So I mean, those are definitely the 2 things get me away from all of it, and just to move on from all the drama and the stress that I can get.
Hello, everybody. Jim Coyle with Indiana Sports Beat Radio, and thank you for enjoying our content and videos. And make sure you hit that subscribe and notifications toggle so you don't miss out on anything, whether it's Indiana Hoosiers, the Boilers, the Colts, the Pacers, Indiana high school action, whatever's happening in sports. We're trying to bring it all to you, and make sure you don't miss out on a thing. Again, hit the subscribe button for us. Helps us out a ton. We appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much.